everybody. Welcome back to Play by Play with Jay. I'm your host, Jordan, aka Jay, and I have a special guest here with me. What I can honestly say is that if you think that we're close friends and you haven't met this friend, we're probably not close friends. He's everywhere. He lives in Florida now, but of course he was probably going to say that. But my guy, Deshaun.
What it do? Hello, everybody. I'm honored to be a special guest here with Play by Play with Jay. My name is Deshaun Gresham. I'm Jordan's best friend, I guess you can call us. It's like, nah, that's my best friend. You know, that's been my girl since me and her have different stories with that, but we'll say that for another day. But we've been friends for a very long time. But yes, I'm from Florida. I went to University of Central Florida. I originally from Maryland. That's how I know Jordan. We grew up in the church together, and I moved to Florida my senior year of high school to go to UCF to get in-state tuition. So yeah, I live in Florida now, and now I work at a news station, which is pretty cool. But yeah.
So yeah, this is really my guy when it comes to like March Madness. We do the same thing every year. Like we lock in, like I said on the last episode, we really it's like we're studying a playbook basically with March Madness and the brackets. And this year is a little different. It's a lot of teams like Duke, Kentucky, etc. who are in the bracket, who are usually always there. So it's a lot of possible upsets. If you're not watching on YouTube, you're gonna miss out. All you're gonna hear is our voices, but I'm about to share the screen and we're gonna get right into this bracket. So let me do that. So you see us in the top right-hand corner, and if you're looking at the screen, you see this giant bracket with like all these teams, and it looks pretty intimidating to tell you the truth. So we're gonna start in the West. So actually, let me start from the beginning. So you see you have round of 64, round of 32, Sweet 16, Elite 8, then you go Final 4, and then the National Championship. So it's just like math, process of elimination. One team will go, and then you move one, etc., etc. If you're playing for the first time, you can get 320 points per round. And the goal, obviously, is to get as many points or as many correct picks as possible. In the past, we've been very successful, or we've been pretty, far off, meaning, our bracket got busted within the first day of the tournament. So, it can really go either way. It's all about chance, and, it's a guessing game. And whether you know, whether you're not, sometimes even if you're right with the pick, they could lose. So it's really that's what makes March Madness so fun. So, actually, I'll start here. So, who do you think is going to win the whole thing? The whole thing.
I personally believe Illinois is going to win the entire championship.
What?
They're going to be the ones cutting down the nets. Yes.
Okay, that's
1,000%.
a reaction I've never heard. I've never heard of Illinois. What? Okay.
Yes. More than confident.
More than confident. Wow.
More than confident.
We're going to get into that in a second, but Illinois, I'm very surprised. I'm picking Gonzaga to win the whole thing.
Of course.
If it's not Gonzaga, possibly Baylor as well. It's just about, who's going to fall where, and we'll get into that right now. So we're going to start in the West region. So starting at the top with that number 1 seed, of course. And you'll see some teams, you'll see 2 games right here. That's because those are the bubble games, teams that haven't necessarily proven themselves to be in the bracket yet, but we're going to find out on Thursday. But this episode will come out Wednesday. So we're just going to go ahead for the interview's sake, just pick, the other team. But Gonzaga is going to beat whoever plays. Gonzaga is going to beat them. Whoever. All right.
100%.
Nah, we got Oklahoma and Missouri. Who you got?
I have Oklahoma.
Oklahoma too. I have Oklahoma as well. And it's tougher, so you'll see seeding also matters. So 1 seeds, the first seed, those are considered the best of all college basketball, whatever region they're in. And then when it gets to the 8 seed, 9 seed, this Oklahoma-Missouri matchup, those are going to be more of the chippier games. They usually probably had a closer or more similar record throughout the year, et cetera, et cetera. So and like you see here, Creighton is a 5 seed versus a number 12. So this would be an upset alert game technically. I'm going with Creighton for this matchup, but
yeah, it's upset alert for a reason. I'm going with the team that's playing against Creighton, Santa Barbara.
Oh my God. Well, because this is my bracket, I'm going Creighton.
Yeah.
He's notorious. Deshaun is very notorious for picking upset games. He'll just do it just to do it. That's just what he does.
And I get them right though, right, Jordan?
Sometimes.
All right.
Sometimes.
All right.
I said it's hit or it's miss. It's hit or it's miss. All right,
listen, if y'all want to get the upsets right, y'all know who to listen to. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Well, go ahead.
UVA versus University of Ohio. That's actually I'm going UVA just for the sake of argument, but they could get upset too. I don't know.
Ohio is going to win this game.
Oh my God.
This is my favorite game right
All right,
here.
just
favorite
because
game.
I'll pick Ohio. I'll pick Ohio. So
Thank
USC versus they'll either be playing Wichita State or Drake. I personally think Wichita State's gonna win, so they'll be playing USC, and I'm picking Wichita State to beat them. So,
Same.
yeah,
Same.
We're on the same page there.
100% agree there.
Kansas versus East Washington, another upset alert for 14 seed versus a 3 seed. I'm going Kansas though for this.
Same. I'm going Kansas as well. I was very close to choose East Washington, but no.
I don't
Kansas.
even know what school that is or where they are, but no.
Yeah.
Bake my bracket on them. Oregon, VCU, that's tough, but I'm probably gonna go Oregon, going green.
I'm going Oregon as well.
Yeah, and then
Go with the
Iowa
Ducks.
versus Grand Canyon. I mean, Iowa is nice. Actually, some people probably have them winning the whole thing too. They're from the Big Ten. I'm gonna go Iowa,
Yeah.
but I want to see how far they actually go. They can go like maybe Sweet 16, Elite 8, maybe.
For sure.
Maybe. So just like we picked all those picks, then all of our picks are now in the next round. So we're gonna go over to the South region now. We have Baylor versus Hartford. Baylor's gonna wash them. It's not even fun. Baylor is very, very good this year. UNC versus Wisconsin. Oof.
That's a tough game.
And it's difficult because some of these elite schools like UNC, Duke, Kentucky, they're not what they once were. So you can't just automatically pick them and say they're going to win. Like, they could easily lose. So,
Right.
for argument's sake, I'm going to go with North Carolina just because. But I don't know. I truthfully don't know.
I respect it. I'm going with Wisconsin. I think that they are going to get the W. They've had some tough losses in the season. I think they're going to get this one though.
And then you have Nova, Villanova, and Winthrop. Now, that's an upset alert. And I told him, I think I texted him when the seeding came out that I have Winthrop beating Villanova. I don't know why. I think Winthrop's going to do it.
And I 100% agreed with her when she texted.
They're like 23-1 or something like that, though. That's the reason
Yeah.
why. Like, they're very good. Like, so, yeah,
They're fire.
I would keep my eye on them if you're trying to do a bracket this year. Purdue versus North Texas. That's Purdue. That's Purdue. That's Purdue. Another Big Ten school. Big Ten is deep in the tourney this year. It's
Very.
All right, Texas Tech and Utah State. This is a tough one.
It is.
Utah State was like 25-2 or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
but Texas Tech has Matt McClung, so I'm going with Texas Tech. That's Matt McClung.
That's a tough one for me still. I think I'm going to stick with Texas Tech. It's the safest, safest pick. But
Yeah.
Utah State could pull this off. I'm not going to lie.
Now, Arkansas and Colgate, I still haven't, I don't know. That's another upset alert. Arkansas is very good, but Colgate is also very, very good. Like, they're the same kind of team. They play the same kind of way, defenders, shooters, spreading the floor, etc. I don't know. Who are you picking? I don't know.
Arkansas. I can't go with Colgate. They're good, but they can't compete with Arkansas.
Okay. I'll let you pick Arkansas. Florida and Virginia Tech. That's another close one.
It is a close one.
I'm going Florida.
Technically, this is an upset for me. I got VTech going for sure. VTech beating Florida.
Aren't you from?
Not from. Calm down. You know where I'm from. You know the roots.
Don't you
DMV.
reside in Florida, like the Florida
I do.
Gators? Like,
I do, but I'm not a Gator myself, so I can say they're gonna lose.
UCF's in Central Florida. Florida is in what? Northern Florida? University?
No, Central Florida.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
University of Florida's in Central Florida too?
Oh no, you said UF. Oh, my fault. No, that's Northern Florida. That's Gainesville.
UF
Yeah.
is in Northern Florida. I know a little bit about Florida. UF is in Northern Florida, and UCF's in Central Florida. So, and then Ohio State is nice.
Nice.
They almost won the Big Ten, but they lost a tough one. But yeah, they're gonna be whatever. What does that say? Oral Roberts. They're gonna lose. So
They're gonna lose. Yeah.
going down to the Midwest. He said Illinois is going all the way, so I'm gonna pick Illinois.
You don't have to ask me that one.
In the
Coming
Midwest. Loyola Chicago versus Georgia Tech. I'm going Georgia Tech.
Wow, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised you chose that. That's Loyola
Georgia
Chicago.
Tech is nice.
That's Loyola Chicago, though.
Georgia Tech has something to prove.
I get that.
When's the last time they were in the tournament? Like,
It's been a minute.
yeah.
It's been a minute. but it's a reason why they haven't been in the tournament as well. You got to remember that. So
yeah, okay, but they didn't just get this far to fold in the first round. So
just do you remember Loyola Chicago having that like Cinderella like
yeah,
what was that two years ago?
I heard that she, what's her name? The older woman.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name, but they just posted about it on ESPN today. Yeah, she's going.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know all that. It's cute, but like, that's Georgia Tech. That's Georgia.
Okay.
We got Tennessee and Oregon State. That's upset alert.
Tough.
I don't know. Maybe.
This is tough. Not gonna lie to you.
Honestly, this whole the whole Midwest bracket is pretty tough. When you look when you look at who's playing who, because you go down to Oklahoma State versus Liberty. I might be choosing Liberty out of. I don't know. That's Oklahoma State though. That's what's his name? Cade Cunningham.
That's Cade Cunningham. That's the number one pick in the draft, Jordan. That's the number one pick in the flag.
But Liberty is good.
They are. They definitely are. But they don't have anybody that can stop Cade Cunningham.
That's true. So for Tennessee, I'm gonna go Tennessee versus Oregon State. And then just because we're talking about Cade Cunningham, I'll go Oklahoma State. That's going to be a great next round.
I really wish Liberty was playing somebody else because they should be going to the next round because they're nice.
Liberty is good. That's why it's going to be close. Like it's going to be.
It's a good game.
And what day do they play? I'll find out in a second. San Diego State versus Syracuse. I'm picking Q's just because I have ties to Syracuse. I have no reason to support them. I'm gonna go Syracuse.
I'm going Syracuse as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Syracuse with the upset. He's gonna hate this. West Virginia versus Morehead State. Morehead State. West Virginia is gonna fold like they always do. They're just gonna fold earlier than normal. West Virginia goes to like the Elite Eight like every year, and they always fold, but they're gonna lose in round of 64.
So they always go to the Elite Eight, but this year they're gonna lose in round 64.
Because of the
matchup. How does that even
make
sense?
It does make sense because the matchup is bad for them this year.
Morehead State is nice, yes, but West Virginia, Jordan, come on.
Listen.
You can pull up any stat you want. That's West Virginia, you heard me? They lost to Ohio State by 33. Get this off my screen. Like, come on. They lost to Ohio State by 33. Tell them boys get off the court. Like, what?
All right, I'll go West Virginia. On my actual bracket, or at least because we make like 5 brackets a year. Like one of my brackets, I will have Morehead State winning, and when it happens,
I might do the same because that's a crazy upset. I'm gonna have an upset bracket, so that might happen, but very unlikely.
And Clemson versus Rutgers. I mean, Rutgers even being in the tournament, Rutgers has always been trash, like always been awful and everything, and yet here we are. So.
We are.
I don't know. I'll probably
me. There's one reason why Rutgers is going to win this game. They beat Illinois. They are like that. They beat Illinois. Yeah, pull it up.
Yeah, 68 points a game. They're 10 in the con. 70 points per game. Oh, they score. And this is also something, if you've never played before and you want to look at the comparison between both teams, there's always going to be a little eye circle next to every bracket, and you can literally see a game or a team-by-team comparison down to who they played, who they've beat, or the notable teams they've lost to. You'll see, they beat Alabama by 5, etc., etc. So those are also good little facts to help you make your pick if this is your first year playing. But for
this helps a lot. I use that.
Yeah,
for like to make my picks.
We use it all the time because there's look at how many schools you have up here. There's no way you're gonna know information on every single school, know how every single school plays, the defenses they run. It's just it's too much. Like as it gets closer, probably about Elite 8, Final 4, you can kind of be like, okay, this team's gonna do da 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 because X, Y, and Z. But around 64, it's just straight basketball, and you just gotta hope and pray that your picks are right.
That's 64 schools. Like, there's no way you know all of them.
You said Rutgers. I'm going to go Rutgers. I'm going to go Rutgers.
Yeah.
Houston is nice. They're going to beat Cleveland State. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I didn't even click on the eye for that game. Like, Houston got it.
And then our last section is the East. I saved that for last because that's where Maryland is. So Michigan versus whoever they play. They're injured and stuff right now, but Michigan's going to do a decent run in the tournament, I'd say. Juwan Howard's the coach, so he'll coach them through it.
That's coach of the year right there, Juwan Howard.
Now, Saint Bonaventure is very good, but LSU is so good. They are
It's gonna be a good game.
LSU is so. I have LSU winning, but they're so good. Like legitimately, like oh my god, they play fast. They can lock you down in critical moments. Like that game versus LSU versus Alabama. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
LSU. I mean, it's gonna be a good game though. That's gonna be a really good game.
I get that. I got St. Bonaventure, by the way, just to make that clear.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, definitely.
The next one is tough, but I mean, Colorado versus Georgetown. I'm going with Georgetown with the upset. Patrick
Gotta go.
taking them boys to the promised land. Like,
gotta go with the Hoyas.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm going with the Hoyas. That's hometown team. Florida State versus UNC Greensboro. Are you gonna support a Florida team or not?
For those, no's out there, I'll support Florida State. Yeah, they're really good this year. But UNC Greensboro is a really good team. They have one guy on there, I think it's Jamal Miller or something like that. He's going to be in the draft, but he's not enough to stop Florida State. So, yeah, Florida State.
Yeah, Florida State. So, he does show Florida a little bit of love sometimes. I don't know. BYU sometimes. Versus, I think, actually, Michigan State versus UCLA. I think Michigan State is going to be playing them in that.
For
Maybe,
sure.
though. I don't know. UCLA is that's going to be a good game. That's on Thursday. Thursday's going to be interesting.
That's Izzo.
All-time Izzo, but Michigan State.
That's Izzo.
I'm not going to get caught up in Michigan State right now, how I really feel about them. But I don't care who it's Tom Izzo. I don't care who it is. They fold like lawn chairs every year.
They do.
Specifically 2016 when they ruined my bracket in the first round.
They did.
Had them go all the way, and oh my god, I'm not gonna get into it. So I'm going BYU.
I'll never forget that.
BYU is nice. So whoever
I'm picking Michigan State. Michigan State's gonna beat UCLA. They're gonna beat UCLA, then they're gonna beat BYU.
I mean, Michigan State is known for like upsetting people. So if they do win, I wouldn't be surprised. But in terms of like their longevity in the tournament, they won't last long. Cause whoever they play, they're gonna end up playing. They're probably gonna play Texas next, and they're gonna lose that if they beat.
Yeah, Texas is nice.
BYU just had shooters though.
Yeah.
BYU has shooters, and there's no Ivy League teams in the tournament this year. That's rare.
Zero.
You have a Yale. You'll have a Harvard.
It's one of those two. So, it's so upsetting.
UConn versus Maryland. Now he's probably gonna pick UConn. I have no choice but to roll with the Terps. Like I'm rolling with the Terps until the Terps don't want to roll anymore. So, but are you picking UConn?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That's UMD. Okay. That's UMD.
Yeah, he's basically a part-time student. This boy used to be all up in UMD. I mean, he probably sat in some of our classes sometimes. Like,
low key.
In the diner. I mean, he used to always. That's why I said if you've never met him or don't know him, we can't really be friends because he's always around. So.
Big facts.
And Alabama and Iona, like I said, Alabama is just too good. They're the 2 seed for a reason. And Alabama hasn't been that highly ranked in a long time. So, yeah, they're good this year. All right, let's go back to the top. So now we're around 32. We're trimming it down some. And this is where it starts to get interesting because you can still have some, like Ohio versus Creighton upset. You can still have some upsets and have some sneaky teams pull up to the Sweet 16. So Gonzaga, Oklahoma, I'm going Gonzaga.
I'm going Gonzaga as well.
Yeah, they haven't lost this year. They're like, what, 27-0? So
yeah, they're fire.
Yeah, they're going to the Final Four at least. If they don't, their coach is getting fired. So Creighton versus Ohio. I mean, shoot, if Ohio's gonna do it, I'm gonna have them. Shoot, they're gonna do it then. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. But
listen,
you got Creighton.
No. Well, first all, I don't have Creighton getting out of the first round, so that's the thing. I got Santa Barbara, but
yeah, you've Santa Barbara.
I have Ohio beating Santa Barbara.
That would be 12 seed versus 13 seed. So that's a close matchup, but
I have Ohio still winning, beating Santa Barbara.
Yeah,
so.
I have. If they're gonna do it, I got them going through Kansas versus Wichita State or Drake, probably Wichita State, but I'm probably gonna go Kansas.
Same.
But Kansas is going to lose in the Sweet 16. Whoever they play. If they play Iowa, yeah, they're going to lose.
For sure.
They're going to lose, yeah.
Yeah. That's Iowa.
Kansas and Iowa, they're going to lose. All right, we're going back to the South now. Baylor versus UNC. I'm going Baylor. They're also going to the Final Four, like we keep saying. Winthrop versus Purdue. That's going to be a good game.
A
I'm staring at it. I don't know.
You already know where I'm going with this one.
Yeah, he's gonna say Winthrop. I'll say him too, cause I don't know. It's something about Big Ten schools. We know how to lose basketball games, so I'm gonna go Winthrop too. It'll be nice to have. They're gonna lose Sweet 16. Baylor would rock them.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's gonna be nice if we see some upsets, kind of making their way through. Texas Tech versus Arkansas. Matt McClung and the boys are good. They're not that good. Arkansas is going to
beat them.
Yeah, for sure. Florida, Ohio State. That's Ohio State.
That's Ohio State.
That's Ohio State. All right.
They're a bag.
I can't believe I'm talking about them like that either, because Ohio State beats Maryland and everything, but they're good. Illinois, Georgia Tech, because he hasn't gone all the way, I'm just not even thinking about it. Illinois is gonna beat him. Tennessee, Oklahoma State. That's Oklahoma State.
That's Cade.
I'm gonna ride. See, and the thing is too, there are certain players who are like we're mentioning, like Cade Cunningham, like on Baylor, like Jared Butler. Like there's certain like named guys who can literally put the team on their back and carry them through the tournament if they need to. Cade Cunningham he's that guy. He has ice in his veins. I don't know what kind of species he is, but he's tough. So yeah, he's gonna lead them as far as he can lead them. Syracuse, West Virginia. Q is not gonna make it out of that matchup if West Virginia is even there.
You just need to stop saying that ahead. Like, you're about to start losing credibility. This is West Virginia. That's the starting point guard, McBride. Like, come on, like they're nice. Like, they're actually for real this year. They're for real this year. But it's okay. It's okay. You'll see. You'll see.
If they get there, okay, then they'll beat Syracuse. If not, Morehead State versus Syracuse will be an interesting matchup. I would have Syracuse winning that, but maybe not. I don't know. I actually don't know. Rutgers, Houston. Houston's gonna handle them. I'm
still debating this one, to be honest.
Really?
I really am. Rutgers is nice. Like, you don't understand. And Houston folds.
Yeah.
Like they don't always play up to their standards. So this could be a game where they can get upset. So, just go with Houston just for the sake, of being safe.
Another pro tip too, if this is your first time playing, like, the seeding matters, but seeding doesn't matter. So like a 2 seed isn't automatically gonna beat a 10 seed just because they're the 2 versus the 10. Like, that's just how they play, like I said, overall throughout the year versus their opponent, etc., etc. But Rutgers could easily beat Houston and go as far as they can go just by being the 10 seed. So seeding, it matters, but it really doesn't. Did I do?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go back to the East. Michigan, LSU. That's gonna be a very good game. Or in your case, St. Bonaventure. But Michigan's gonna win either way.
Yeah.
Whoever they play, they're gonna win it. Georgetown, Florida State. Are you rocking with the Seminoles? I'm not.
I'm rocking with the Hoyas. I'm rocking with the Hoyas.
State, but the Hoyas and Patrick Ewing gonna show y'all what's up, how we do it in the DMV.
For sure.
BYU and Texas, or Michigan State versus Texas for Deshaun's pick. But
yeah,
I think Texas is probably gonna win that, whoever they play.
I got Texas as well.
Yeah, I got Texas. And then Maryland, I'm gonna say it. Maryland will get cooked by Alabama. A cooked steak dinner with potatoes and a drink on the side. Like, Alabama's gonna cook us. Oh, I'm gonna hate watching that game. That's gonna be that's gonna be ugly. So yeah, we're moving right through. Now we got the Sweet 16, and you see, like we said, the first 2 rounds of the tournament is just straight basketball, like all day, every day, from 12 to 7, 8 o'clock. Like, round of 64, it starts Friday, goes to Saturday, and then round of 32 is the day after that, and the day after that, and then it literally keeps going until you get about to the Sweet 16. Then you get some days in between. You get about a week, or maybe actually like 2 days. Like, every 2 days you're having games, and then it gets more spaced out as you get to the Final Four, national championship.
Right.
But the first weekend of March Madness is the best. It's the best thing to ever.
The best.
Like, it's just I can't explain it. I don't know if we'll be doing much work for our jobs on.
Hope they're not watching, but I won't be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Split screens, different devices up. Because when I say it's basketball on all day, like, it's on different channels. You might have to stream some games. Like, it's just constant. Like, there'll be this game going on, 4 games playing at 2 o'clock. So you're just gonna not watch them? You're gonna watch all of them. So we used to sit and we just watch them all. Like it was more fun in college though, because he used to be. I think it was probably like March Madness falls around spring break for colleges. So when he used to come home, we would just watch the games. It's awesome. So going to Sweet 16, Gonzaga versus Ohio. Gonzaga's gonna handle them.
They are.
Sure. Baylor versus Winthrop. Baylor's gonna handle them.
They are.
For sure. Let's see. Kansas, Iowa. Iowa.
Iowa.
I had to think.
They have way too many shooters.
Oh, all right. See, and this is where it gets tricky too, because when you get to the Sweet 16, every single team is good. Every team at that point, unless there's an injury or something like that, every team can win. So Arkansas versus Ohio State, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say Ohio State just because they're from the Big Ten, but that might actually come down to the wire. They could lose that game.
Ohio State got it, in my opinion.
Like they got it. Like they got it.
Like they got it. They're gonna win that. They might handle them, honestly. They just might.
Big Ten school. They got Iowa and Ohio State to kick, and that's
Big Ten
and Michigan and Illinois. Like that's insane. Michigan, Georgetown. I would love to say Georgetown, but Michigan's gonna beat them. Michigan.
Yeah. For sure.
Illinois, Oklahoma State. That's gonna be a really good game, but Illinois is gonna win.
Have to. Kate Cunningham's streak is ending in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, but
it's done
in
the Sweet 16.
In the draft, so I don't really know what he cares about. I mean,
he doesn't. It's like, as long as I don't get hurt, I'm good. You know,
even if he gets hurt, he'll be the first. We've seen enough. He's the first pick of the draft.
Facts.
It's over. Ooh.
He's a bucket.
All right, West Virginia is your team. So West Virginia or Houston? I mean, I'm going Houston.
I know you are. And you already know where I'm going, so it doesn't even matter. West Virginia's going to beat Houston.
Are you legitimately... See, this is my problem with this guy. Like, are you serious? Like,
I just said Houston could lose to Rutgers. So you already know West Virginia is going to beat them, in my opinion. Houston's going to fold eventually. Like, they literally don't play up to their standard.
If they even get there. Like, you better hope that they get there. You better hope.
They will.
Because I promise you, I'm not going to let him hear it down. Like, West Virginia is good. What's their coach's name? I can say it all the time. I forget his name. But I know it if I hear it. But, like, West Virginia is known for, like, their defense. They usually play, like, full court press, half court press. They're, like, they don't defend you. And they can, like, score, but they just fold to me. Like, they just fold to me like some beach chairs.
They do.
I don't know. Texas, Bama, dang.
That's a tough game right there. Not going to lie to you.
It's crazy too. Alabama used to not even be a school you would even think would be in a tournament. Like I don't know when they got. I guess what's his name? Colin Sexton. He went to. Bama.
They haven't been relevant since him.
Yeah, he went to Bama and it just changed the whole culture of the program because Alabama does not. They do not be in the tournament.
They're a football school.
Yeah, they're a football school. They do not. They're not good at basketball until Colin Sexton came, and now they're the 2 seed in their region. So, ooh. Let me see. This is why we use the I. Yeah, Texas was 19-7. Alabama was 24-6. They score almost 80 points a game. Whoa. They're 6-2 in their conference, but they're 1-3 versus top 25 teams.
Which isn't that good.
Yeah, it's not that good. Texas is about average. They're 7-6. That's about breaking even. But good, 80 points a game. Let's see. They won once and lost once with Arkansas. That's a notable game. They beat LSU 3 times. Okay.
That's something serious. They just recently beat them.
Yeah, they beat Florida by 15. Okay, I'm probably gonna go Alabama just off of that. But,
that's Bama.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bama. All right, so now where are we? We're in the Elite 8.
8. Mm-hmm.
Yep, so you got team here, team here, team here, team here. Or, I mean, here. So let's go top. So Gonzaga, Iowa. Gonzaga. That's going to be a good
The Zags, for sure.
That's going to be a good game. Baylor, Ohio State, another really good game, but Baylor's probably going to win. Probably.
I don't have Baylor winning.
What?
I have Ohio State beating Baylor. I have Ohio State beating Baylor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that pick right there, if y'all listen to me, will win y'all brackets.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Like literally, because everybody's gonna pick Baylor. I don't know why I'm saying this because I want to win my leagues, but I'm gonna be nice to the public today. I'm gonna be nice. I really am. I really am. Ohio State is going to beat Baylor. Case closed. Like I'm very confident on that pick.
Case closed.
Case closed. I'm very confident.
All right, versus the top 25 teams in the country, they are about even. Ohio State 7-4, Baylor 7-2. That's good. They're 12-8 in the Big Ten, and Baylor was 13-1 in the Big South. Is that the Big South or the Big 12? Big 12.
Big 12.
Baylor can score though. 85.
They can score like crazy,
85
and they can.
points a game is like NBA numbers. Like
they can.
And how much do they let up? And they only they play defense. They only let their opponent score 66 to their 84. So they play defense. They can score. Ohio State's about, they score 77. They allow 70. So they, have closer games. Everybody, like you see, everybody's probably going to be picking Baylor. Like he was just saying. Everybody's going to be picking Baylor. They will.
I said this.
For my bracket, I'm picking Baylor. There's no way. I mean, unless I will have an upset bracket where
Jordan.
certain things will probably be Jordan. What?
I'm gonna let you know. Baylor's not the same team. You know that. Since the little COVID outbreak, they didn't play 21 days. They haven't been the same. That is the reason they're going to lose. That is literally the reason. Ohio State's hot right now, like literally. But carry on. This is your bracket,
they're
so
hot
choose
right
Baylor.
now, and so that's gonna carry on into the round of 64, round of 32, Sweet 16. It's not gonna make it. That hotness is not gonna make it to the Elite Eight. They're gonna be lukewarm by then. They're gonna be lukewarm by then. They're gonna still be a little hot, but it's not gonna.
A little hot.
I mean, and we'll see. Like, and that's another thing too. Like, obviously, once the tournament starts, unless your team or bracket or group allows it, you can't change the brackets. That's why we make so many, because you can't just go and make changes and cheat the system. Your picks are your picks. So when he's talking about like getting hot, like I just said, they could be hot, and then they could have one game and be cold the whole rest of the tournament. So, I mean, you just gotta really pray that your picks are correct. He's going to Ohio State in the Final Four. No, they didn't do all this work to lose to Ohio State in the Elite Eight, Deshaun.
I hear you. I really do.
Whatever.
I really do.
He's just saying that to get cut up. All right, Michigan, Alabama. See, now this, I actually don't. Okay. I'll be nice. I'll go back and put Ohio State there, only because Alabama can beat Michigan.
I have Alabama beating Michigan.
Yeah, Alabama can beat Michigan. So if I'm gonna allow that, I'll allow the Ohio State blasphemous pick or what have you.
On one condition, though.
I'm only saying that because Michigan, maybe about a week or so ago, they had a key injury. I don't know his name, but he's
it's Austin Livers.
Yeah,
Livers, the shooting guard. He's nice.
He limped off the floor, and they haven't been the same team since they lost him. Like, they've been able to rally and win games. That's because they have dogs on their team. Juwan Howard's a great coach. He schemes them properly. But I mean, even when Michigan played Maryland, they beat us up. But still, we had them by like a 12, 14 point lead in the first half. So like, they're not the same team. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Alabama over Michigan, which is crazy. Because some people still have Michigan going the whole way.
Apparently, Livers is supposed to come. Well, he may come back if they make a strong run. So if he's back for that game, then I'm gonna pick Michigan. But obviously, we're not gonna know.
Yeah,
but I'm just gonna assume he's not.
Too. Like, that's what makes it even harder. Competition is so difficult. People get injured, or if there was a COVID anything, like, we can't change our picks. We'd have to just ride it out. So this is tough. And then Illinois, West Virginia. West Virginia won't be there, but Illinois.
It's Illinois. That's when they're gonna end. It's gonna be done then.
But that's crazy that there could actually be 3 Big Ten teams in the Final Four. That's insanity to me.
Yeah.
If Michigan beats them, yeah. So the Final Four will look like this. So, I mean, Deshaun's bracket most likely look like Gonzaga versus Alabama, Ohio State versus Illinois. That is the wackiest looking bracket in terms of a school standpoint. Like, you would think it would be Gonzaga, probably Michigan, and then Baylor, and then maybe probably Illinois. And I mean, those are all 1 seeds. I mean, these are the 1 seed versus the 2 seed in each division. So yeah, the best teams from each region. But national championship, Gonzaga will be there
For sure.
and
Lock that in. Zach's gonna be there.
I guess Illinois. For this sake, I'm not picking them.
The
Absolutely
disrespect.
not.
Hold on.
Absolutely not.
So you think Ohio State's gonna beat Illinois?
No, there's a chance that Oklahoma State can beat Illinois. Oh my goodness.
No shot.
Yeah. Okay.
None.
Before
None.
because he's my guest and he is sometimes my friend. I will put.
Oh, sometimes now? All right, that's noted. I'm about to write that down. That's noted. Like what? The freak? Come on.
He's so dramatic, y'all. He's so dramatic. So Gonzaga versus Illinois. Gonzaga's gonna beat them. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. If they're playing Gonzaga, they're gonna lose. If you're right, if he's right, and Illinois goes the whole way, you genuinely think they're gonna beat Gonzaga?
Yes. Gonzaga, I want you to know that there's never been a team that went undefeated in an entire season since 1976, and Indiana did that. You know how long ago that was? No team's ever going to do that again. It's a new generation, Jordan. Like, come on. It's a new time. It's a new day.
You tried to hit me with the 1976, all the stats
Like,
and numbers. I don't care about numbers.
you have to think about numbers if you're going to be right about things. You got to think about it like that. Come on now. Listen, whoever's listening, take notes. You got to look at numbers. Don't go with, like Jordan, and just say, oh, Gonzaga's the best team because they're the undefeated, they never lost.
No,
it's so hard to beat.
Gonzaga just have it. They just have it.
They just have the record. They just have the record.
Listen, they didn't just magically become 26-0.
100% right. You're 100% right. Yeah.
They earned that.
They earned it.
And I think the only team that came close to beating them this year was BYU. BYU actually had it by the neck for like.
They did. They were up first half.
Yeah.
They're like up by 10.
In the second half, it was a back and forth until it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It was a back and forth until Gonzaga said, "Let's stop playing with these boys. Let's just." Gonzaga can play defense. See, I don't know about him. I love teams that just defend. They play defense. Y'all strap you up. Like Gonzaga, they got defenders. They will make you, and they don't use the shot clock. They come on the court, take like 3-4 seconds off, and just like score or take a shot at least, and then we're back on defense. So they run the floor. They play fast. So
they do.
I don't know if Illinois can.
But Jordan, listen, I'm going to warn you before you make your bracket official. Gonzaga's going to lose because they don't have a big man, a legit big man. They have a whole bunch of shooters on that team. They don't have a legit presence in the paint. And Illinois has this guy named Coffee. I can't pronounce the last name. He's like Jamaican, I think. He's 7 foot 285. Do you know how big that is?
I do know how big. For most people might not know how it is. What is it? You said how tall?
He's 7 feet.
7 feet, 285. Yeah, he's huge.
He's huge. I don't know how big the guy on Gonzaga is, but he's a shooter, the center. He's not gonna be in the paint defending him. Nobody. They're gonna have to double team him.
That's why it's gonna. If it happens, it would be a very good matchup. But Gonzaga has
great matchup.
They have the shooters, and they have defense, and they play fast. And Illinois, they have a good guards. I think their point guard is very, very nice. I don't know his name. But
Ayo, I forget his last name.
He's really good, and they have that freak of nature in who plays the 5. So but they're shooters, like all of them.
I hear you. I really do hear you. I hear you, Jordan. I swear I do.
You used to have a saying. You'd be like, "You hear me? Yeah, do you hear me?"
You hear me? I'm serious. Illinois is gonna win. Do you hear me? Listen, if y'all want to win y'all brackets, listen to me. I'm telling you right now.
What's the score then? Illinois versus Gonzaga. What's the score?
It's going to be a pretty high scoring game. I got it 82-79.
All right,
Illinois wins.
That's real quick. Let me look at the time. Actually, we could. Let's see. Gonzaga scores 92 points per game.
They do.
Deshaun.
They do. I know. They do.
To their 80. That's a 10-point differential.
Yeah.
First of all, I understand offense is thickest, defense wins games. I understand that. But on top of them scoring,
do you though?
The 92, yes I do. They're only allowing 69.
And they're only allowing 68.
Yeah, but If you're dropping 90 points a game, of course, they're 4-0 versus top 25 teams. That's something to make a note of, okay? They're 15-0 in their conference, something to make a note. They haven't lost, so obviously they'll be undefeated. They're 26-0, like Illinois is 22.
They've only played 4 top 25 teams. Illinois has at least played 10.
Yeah, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and they
played more calm. They played more calm.
Everybody's gonna be picking Gonzaga.
Of course. If y'all want to have a bracket that's going to succeed and win, you got to choose differently than everybody else.
This is where you have to go. You need to go to the notable results, see who they've played and who Baylor beat Illinois by 13. Illinois has folded. Michigan State just beat them recently. Somebody else had just beat them recently too, or if they didn't beat them, it was a very close game. That's why I was telling him like Illinois is not gonna really do anything, but I'm surprised that Illinois is his pick. Like that's bold. That is bold. But look, Illinois beat Michigan by 23. They beat Iowa twice. They lost once and won twice. So Ohio State, okay.
That's Ohio State.
They beat Wisconsin twice.
Wasn't even competition.
Everybody else is irrelevant. Okay. Gonzaga. They beat Iowa by 11. They beat Kansas by 12. They beat Virginia by 25. They beat BYU 3 times, and they beat West Virginia by 5. All those teams are in the tournament. All of them.
All of them. They are.
Nice.
Those are the only 4 top 25 teams they played, and they beat them all. Yes, I get that. 100%. But I'm not going to lie. When I said Illinois is going to win, and on Monday I saw a tweet that solidified my choice. I don't know if you remember when Kobe held his NBA Finals trophy like this.
Oh, yeah, and the player took the, yeah.
Come on. What? That's Ayo. Like, that solidified it. He said the job isn't finished. Because the job isn't finished until he cuts down the nets and beats the Zags, because it's impossible to go, what is that, 32-0?
You know who Jalen Suggs is? I know he knows who Jalen Suggs is.
Yes, I know he is. Yes, he's a bag. He's a bag. He's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft, maybe top 3.
He is a freshman. He's a freshman.
He is.
He's going to carry the Gonzaga Bulldogs to the promised land.
Yes, to the championship. He's going to carry them to the championship. I agree.
Carry them to the championship and then to cut down.
Lose. And then lose. Take this fat L and just take it. Like, they're going to lose. Like, it's just that simple. I'm so sorry.
Are among the nation's most efficient teams on both offense and defense.
That's a fact.
They have an impressive list of non-conference wins on their resume. So, like, honestly, it just comes down to basically... Like we just talked about wins and losses. Like Deshaun talked about Ayo, his name is right here. Like you gotta look at their top players. You know how their top players play under pressure. Like Jalen Suggs, has ice in his veins. I don't know what kind of genetics he has, but he's like that. Ayo is also very good.
Read this, Jordan. Read this. Coffee Cockburn is the closest thing we have to Shaq in today's college basketball game. That's the 7-foot, 285 center. Yeah. That's the reason they're gonna beat Gonzaga. Do you know how big of a presence Shaq was when he played?
I understand that. And I understand that this man is 7 feet, 285 pounds. It's the size of an NFL, D-end or maybe something like that. But like...
He's bigger than those guys.
Yeah,
You know how hard it is to guard that?
They're gonna tire him out by 2 minutes before the first half is up. Gonzaga's gonna run them up and down the floor like they're doing suicides, like they lost a game or something. They're gonna run them. So yeah, he's 7 feet. His wingspan is probably whatever. He's tall, big, and he's actually good. He's not just taking up space. But they're gonna tire them out. They don't waste any time. It's just gonna be cool.
They waste no time.
So that's the only reason why I'm saying they're just gonna run them ragged, and then once they get tired, and it could be a close game in the first half. I hope it's better than the last national championships we've had. The last one was awful. What was it? Texas Tech versus.
Who won the last one?
I don't remember. I
don't know why I forgot who. It was 2 years ago. I forgot who won.
My bracket
wasn't Nova, was it?
So
yeah, it was.
I don't know if it was Nova.
Duke lost to Michigan State. I remember that.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah. I just want you to know that everybody's gonna pick the Zags. Everybody and their mama, literally. Their mama, the cousins, all of them. They all gonna pick Zags. When everybody picks the same team, what happens, Jordan? We all know this.
I understand. I'm not saying that you're incorrect.
No, that's exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying.
Listen, I'm not saying that his analysis is very spot on, very correct. but it's just not gonna work out the way he wants it to. That's all. That's all. He's right. You know, everybody's picking one team. You know, then of course that team's gonna then fold that game, all that pressure, stuff like that. But no.
Okay.
I don't have Illinois getting to the championship game, but you do. So.
And I appreciate you putting them here so we can have this argument. Yeah, but just remember,
I only did it because this is an episode. You know, Ohio State's coming for heads. They're coming for heads. They might. I mean, if they make it to the national championship, Gonzaga's gonna eat them.
Yeah, eat them alive for sure.
Oh, so it's only Illinois that's gonna.
Oh no, Illinois is the only team that can beat the Zags for sure. If Illinois doesn't make it, the Zags are gonna win. I 100% say that. Illinois is the only team that can beat the Zags. I'll say that. Gonzaga is nice, but if Illinois doesn't make it, the Zags are gonna win it all for sure.
That's insane. I can't believe you really got me.
Just April 5th, everybody mark your calendars when y'all see Ayo and Coffee cut down the nets. It's that simple.
Or we're gonna see what we really want to see, which I hope, which is Gonzaga versus Baylor. That's what I want to see. That is going to be a game.
Baylor can't make it there. They can't make it there.
What do you mean they can't?
Baylor can't make it.
What do you mean? All right, see, we're gonna go back to the I. So we're going back to our Elite Eight matchup. Okay, seeing what will happen when Ohio State plays Baylor if they play them. All right, like I said, Baylor's their scorers and their defenders. 84 points a game to the opponent 66. Come on, let's go see what they played. They beat Illinois by 13. 13. And you think they're gonna what? Come on, bro. But it's all right. Your opinion is your opinion.
That's when Baylor was hot, Jordan. We've already discussed this. Everybody that doesn't know, there was a COVID outbreak and Baylor didn't play for 21 days. And they had been no basketball for 21 days. They came back and almost lost to its team named Iowa State. I can't name a player on Iowa State. I definitely know Jordan can't name a player on Iowa State.
But that's not the
exactly.
Point. Just like we know, like unknown teams or like upset teams, or they can beat those higher ranked teams. That happens.
In March Madness, not in regular season.
But they beat. Listen, if we were talking about all of Illinois' losses, I will go pull up their entire record right now. Don't play with me because Illinois was doing some losing.
They've had losses.
They were doing some losing at the end of the season. I don't want to hear all that. I told you they beat them by 13.
They did. That was early on. They beat them by 13. But just remember, Baylor lost to Kansas as well. So, and that was recently.
They won and they lost though, so it was a 1-1.
Yeah, they won when they were hot. They lost when they're not. And they're not hot right now. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. Ohio State's gonna not handle them. They're not gonna handle them, but they're gonna win. They're gonna take care of that game. They're gonna win.
Oh man, Ohio State lost to Illinois twice. They lost to Michigan once. They lost to Iowa once. They lost to Purdue once. They beat Maryland by 8, but I don't really know if that says too much. And they lost to Michigan State once, and they beat Rutgers twice. So Ohio State, in terms of a Big Ten perspective, they're nice. They're 12-8 in our conference. They're good. They've been playing the best basketball they've ever played in their lives. But in the grand scheme of things, am I gonna choose Ohio State over Baylor? I don't.
I know you're not, and it's okay. And it's okay because we're going to be in the same group, and I'm going to beat your bracket. It's okay. I'm glad we have differences so I can win. That's all I care about is winning. Just like Illinois' Ayo and Coffee wants to win, and they're going to win the championship.
Yeah,
just
I'll give you credit because I know these guys, E.J. Liddell, Dwayne Washington Jr., those guards. They drop 30 a game.
30 plus points a game.
But Baylor, like it says, they're the favorite to cut down.
They have 3 scores.
They're one of the best scoring offenses in the country. They can outscore anybody. Them and Gonzaga.
Jared Butler is a problem.
He's a problem. That's why his name is right here. The first name.
Jared Butler's a problem. He's nice.
He has ice in his veins too. They just score, but they're not afraid to shoot. Because they have droughts where they can just be off, missing shots, whatever, taking bad shots. Nah, Baylor's gonna keep shooting. So I don't know.
We'll see.
So for the second bracket, Deshaun has Illinois winning it. I have technically Gonzaga going the whole way. My original pick was Michigan. I was gonna ride them to the promised land, and then
me and Jordan agreed.
Yeah. We don't agree on anything.
And we don't agree on anything. Anything.
No.
Nothing.
But once their guy went down, I think he like texted me or called me. I was like, what? What happened? Like, I saw my whole bracket flashing from my eyes. Like,
Thanks.
but I won because I love the way Michigan plays. Their team chemistry, all that. So we'll
They're problem.
All right, let me stop sharing my screen. But yeah, so all in all, we're semi-agreeing on some stuff. You know, I don't have Illinois being no. But it'll be a fun tournament. So the games start Thursday. Those will be, I think, the
Playing
first,
games.
Yeah, the first 4, the playing games. So we'll have 2 different. No, is it 4 games or yes, the first 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 4 games from each region, basically saying who's going to be that last spot in the bracket. And so most people don't do their brackets probably until like Friday. I think brackets have to be submitted Friday at noon. Like I said on my Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram or social media, if you want to play in my play-by-play with Jay group, the password is play-by-play, no spaces. The group name is play-by-play with Jay. It's just for fun. If you just want to learn how to play for the first time or just get your feet wet in March Madness, it's definitely a fun group to join. If you want something a little bit more competitive, come talk to me. We got another group going. That's really like, I mean, like we've been playing for years now. So if you really want to play with people who've been playing for a long time, talk to me and you can join that group and we can get you situated. Go ahead.
Come over here with us, the big dogs. I'll join the other one as well. Y'all can see both, but
and the brackets
come with the big
different.
dogs.
Like I said, we make about 5-6 brackets every tournament. So we might have one bracket in one group, one bracket in another group. Just trying to get our bang for our buck, trying to be as successful as possible because it's just, I mean, it's chance. It's a guessing game essentially. But yeah, this was cool. I had to definitely get my guy on here. He'll probably come back and we'll probably talk something else. I mean, he might have his own podcast in the works in the future. Who knows? We don't even know.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
Yeah. He's a clown. Don't listen to him. He's a nut. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was just a breakdown. If you're listening to on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, you really should go to YouTube and just look at the bracket itself so you can get a full visual of what we just did. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 6. This one was a banger, and I hope y'all tune in for next week's episode 7. This is your girl Jordan, aka Jay, giving you the play-by-play, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.